Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff, as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Forest River Columbus new C-Series 299 RLC fifth wheel. You guys have picked a beautiful unit here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, got a little slide, but you also got these awnings. There's plenty of room for these awnings to come in and out, as well as your slide. Then on your off campsite, besides your slides, I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to plug all the way in back here on this back corner. Big long 50 amp cord plugs in all the way in the back corner on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Then your docking station is going to be all the way toward the front. So you got a big long cord. Make sure you get a nice long water hose, park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once we arrive, first thing we're going to do is unhook our hitch. Come up here and turn on our auto leveling system. Get this above light on so you can see a little better here. So on this auto leveling system, once you turn that on, we're going to touch the front. That'll bring you up or down. Hit the down arrow and that'll bring you down. To get your vehicle up out of the way, once you got your vehicle up out of the way, all you're going to do is touch auto level. When you touch auto level, it's going to lower your landing legs a little bit, and then it's going to start laying this whole thing out and running all these auto leveling down. There's ones in front of the tire as well as behind. Once that's all done, this light will start flashing. Our unit will be level and stable. Next thing we do is hook up our power and water. So again, big long 50 amp cord plugs in all the way here on the rear where these new ones go on. Show you here. So they will plug in here to the left, wiggle that up in there, and then turn it to the right. Once that's in there, use that lock washer to lock that on there. Now at the end of that 50 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110 somewhere or a 30 amp service, in your convenience pack will be what they call a dog bone. That'll bring you from 50 amp down to 30. Then you can also hit, in your convenience pack will be a 30 amp down to 15 amp. Throw on the end of that in case you need to plug in to a 110. Well, you got your power hooked up. Let's hook up your water. Docking station is real simple on these. We'll go ahead and remove this hose for the spray port. Just quick connect up here for a hot and cold shower, so I can easily read these. Now at campsites, we are going to hook up to city water connection. White down, green to the left, red up, blue to the left. Match that with these, then grab your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in the unit. Always use this when hooking up your water because you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites. Hook that up down here to city water connection. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on quite yet. Let's go to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, make sure our drain plug's back in here. This will pull right up off here. Be careful with one hand not to drop it. Throw some plumber's tape on that plug. Get that up in there nice and snug. Once that's in there tight, you can go ahead and turn that hose on. Now if your hose has been on for a little while, get up inside your unit and open up all of your slides. Now I need you to get into everywhere that there's water running and open up all those water taps. Get a nice steady flow of water going through them. Get all the air out of the lines. Once all the air is out, shut off your water taps. Then you'll know that your hot water heater is full and you can turn that on from indoors. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. At a campsite, we're going to go what they call dry camping or boondocking. Well, in that case, there's a two-step process. First step is to fill your tank. All we really have to do in this case, bring our blue down, we match that. Treat your hot water heater the same way by plugging it up. And you're going to fill this right here where it says city water. What you're going to do is you're going to go inside and watch your tanks. Where you've got your black and gray tanks, you can also see your freshwater tank. Have someone watch that while you fill this. Do not leave it unattended while you fill it. And then once that tank is full, we are going to switch to dry camping. White down, green and blue up, or red, blue to the left. Take this and match dry camping. Now, whenever we want to utilize that water, we'll turn on the water pump. Don't turn on the water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. You can also turn that water pump on indoors as well. All right, we're all set up to camp with power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit, starting here in the docking station. Again, we do have this spray port hose that'll quick connect here. Water pump, cable and satellite. All of our connections and how to run those. Here's your city water and freshwater fill. There's your black tank flush. We'll talk about that when dumping our black and gray tanks. And there they are. This is your water filter. This is a handle to change that out. And this is a handle to conveniently run your hoses down through. Your water lines. Over here to my left, your auto leveling system. Instructions all on that here as well. There's your inverter. Coming to the right again, your hot water heater. If your hot water heater doesn't seem to be working, come out and look to see if these are bubbled up. If they are, simply press them back in. They are resets. Flue for your furnace. Make sure it's never blocked. And if you are running your furnace, steer clear of it. It does get hot. Down below here is your sewer outlet where you pull those handles up here. And this is where it'll come out at. Access to the back of your fridge. Have a low point drain up underneath here. Get to with our slide close. Fresh water drain in the back underneath here as well. I see a little water dripping from that right now. In the back again, your power. On the back, you got a ladder. Utilize it. Go up there a couple times a year. Fully walkable roof. Check all the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. You also prep for a Furion backup camera up here. Device you can purchase from our store that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle. You put another piece on here, electronically communicates with that piece, giving you a backup camera for the unit. Around our campsite, we've got our awnings. Quick connect LP up here in case you want to grill. There's a hole to run that hand crank through for a manual override for your slide. A couple 110s out here. A huge storage area. All set up for cable 110 out here. You can hook up a TV. It's your battery disconnect. That will disconnect all the battery power to the unit. That'll come important later when I talk about your carbon monoxide and propane detector. Speaking of propane, tanks are in here. Extra tank here. Batteries, check them every now and then. Make sure they don't have a wiggle loose going down the road. There's our hand cranks. This one's for your spare tire. The other one's for your manual override. There is your auto leveling hydraulics. Little storage area up here. Up here we've got a docking light and a couple other docking lights I'll turn on right here. Oh, I must have shut them off. Let me turn them on. Prep for solar. You can plug in a solar panel right there. That'll trickle charge your batteries. There's my other docking light. And lastly, up here is your propane. Lefty loosey to open. The RN regulator up there. That about covers everything out here. Well, let's go take a look on the inside. You step above steps. Biggest thing in opening or closing them is to make sure that your exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise, this will catch on it coming in or out. Coming straight up into your unit, first thing I'll point out is your breaker box. Ton of 15s in there, a couple 25s. Breaker box and fuses, highly recommend you have a handful of those with you when you go camping. Immediately to my left, before entering, is your fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows the fire extinguisher is located by the entry door in case of an emergency. And lastly, behind this wood door is our control panel. So over here is where we'll move our awning and our slides. On your awning, I'm going to show you real quick. You only want to run your awning out until you see your flap fall down and you can see your bar. If you're not paying attention and hold this down, these will run themselves out and continue to run themselves out and start to run themselves up backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Only run it out as far as you need to. That is for your front awning. This is for your slide awning. It should be down here. I'll finish running this one back in real quick. You see your LED lights on the side of your awning. That one comes in. Show you this one going out. Run that back in. Down below that, max air vent control. Over here is your fan. Max air vent, I'm just going to touch on. That is going to open and turn on your max air vent. Take your remote, hit off, and it will close and shut itself off. Go ahead and close our door. You have this slide cover to go over top of that. This will open separately. Gently slam it, works best. Come around the corner, you got your thermostat here. We can go through the heat. Let's see our modes, turn our system. Let's turn the air on. If I can find air mode. Heat. Zone 1. Cool. Mode on. High. That should crank our air up. Here's that running. Shut our air off. Go all the way back around to off. They'll shut off rather quickly. You do the same thing on the thermos or furnace. Go through here on the furnace in your zone. Crank that up as well. Do you have a pantry here? On your fridge, LG fridge, you do have a travel lock. Let me find that real quick. So as you see down here on your fridge, you've got this little area that this will twist into. So close your fridge up for travel. Place this in the middle. Turn it to the right. And with a little practice, you'll be able to do it one-handed and lock in your fridge just to keep your doors from popping open while you're going up and down the road. Doesn't damage your fridge. It's just a nice soft plastic lock. There we go. Coming into your kitchen, self-explanatory microwave does have a light and a high and low fan. Oven light, cooktop light. Press and hit a spark when your gas is on. There we go. Show you all these lighting up. Same thing on your oven. You'll turn this to light and then hit your spark on that, light that up. No need for a pilot light anymore. It will light from the front. A pop-up power port. More lighting. The Connex TV. These are a breed of their own. Everything is dual zoned on this. We can run our TV indoors, Bluetooth outdoors, music indoors, etc. So let me start here by going through to mode. Our mode will take us from TV to component. 3 different HDMIs you can hook up. You can hook up your Bluetooth. You can also go to FM stereo. As you see, everything's zoned. I'm going to turn this down. Zone A is red for indoors. Have to run a digital channel scan to try to get some channels to come in. Run through those. You can mute this. Indoors, outdoors. Really cool system. Just go through your source and that will get you back to TV. Go into your menu and run a digital channel scan when you arrive at different places to pick up the local channels. Put that up below that, your fireplace. Not just for looks anymore. I can go through here and show you all the pretty colors. But the biggest thing, folks, is the heat. If it's chilly in here in the morning or evening, instead of using up your gas, if you're at a campsite, crank this baby up and it'll get it toasty in here in no time. The heater on this is amazing. You also have a remote for that. Show you quickly how to turn your sofa into a bed. These are separate. You can do twins, or you can just open it right up into a big king size sofa bed. I'll do the left side first. Make sure you can see me. So lift the front. Open up this leg and this leg and just pull it towards you. Go to the back. Hold that down, and just that quickly you've got a sleeping quarters. You can do the same on the other side. When putting them away, most importantly, lift this back up first. Make sure you tuck our feet down. And jackknife this down. Just that quickly you're back to a sofa. We have parachute pull recliners here, or no, these are power. Push a button, out comes our recliner. Push the button on the other side, does the same. Cup holders have lights and USB ports on the ends. Talk about your island real quick. From here I can see the 12 volt carbon monoxide propane detector. The reason I mention that's 12 volt, that's always running off your battery. So if you're out dry camping, boondocking somewhere, nothing plugged in charging your battery, use your battery disconnect to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. 110. Little plumbing to maintain, just keep an eye on it. It's all PEX nowadays. Real simple to maintain. Your sofa or your dinette does have an extension here. You'll have a couple more chairs underneath your bed that'll match that. Let's head on up into your bathroom, where I mentioned you have a 110 with GFCI reset. And a shower, set of nice glass shower doors that you don't want to see ruined during travel. So you're going to snap them closed during travel. In this case, it's snapping it open. You also have a hand crank open power exhaust vent here. And back into our bedroom. Here are the chairs I mentioned, how to match your dinette chairs. Your lighting up here, 2-touch you call it. One to light the top, second one light the bottom, third will shut them off. 1-touch lighting in here. Make sure your closet doors are snapped into a closed position and ready for travel, both ends. You're prepped for a washer and dryer in here if you ever decide to install one in here. There's your dryer vent location. See a couple of these throughout the unit. They're a temperature reader. It helps the thermostat to work better. 110 next to the bed. And a place to snap this bedroom door open. Make sure you have this in the open position so it's not going to move around on you during travel. Well, that about covers everything inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. Now before I do lights, I'm going to say doors and drawers. Go through your unit. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slides from coming in. Specifically the ones in between your kitchen slide and your island here. A lot of drawers that can be ruined if we don't have them all into their proper positions. So doors and drawers all closed up. I like to come to my control panel, shut off as many lights as I can, and then I can look around and see individual lights that I need to attend to. The rest are off, except of course for my bedroom and hallway and bathroom lights. Bedroom, another accent light. So these are just lights that are going to be on as you're traveling down the road, so you might as well go through and make sure they're all shut off. Once they're all off, I come to my control panel. Turn back on some lights in here. On my bottom four. Look around, make sure everything's secure. Bring in slide number 1 here. Give me my dinette slide here. Make sure your TV is tucked back into its closed position in case that swivels out. I want you to hear that noise. That is nothing grinding. There's nothing wrong with your slide mechanism. That is the slide mechanism communicating. I'm in as far as I can go. You don't need to go in any farther. It's just an override to keep it from hurting yourself. Same thing there. It's okay to hear for just a second. We'll come up into our bedroom and lastly bring this slide in. Make sure that everything's secure here. Nothing's in between your bed and this dresser. Lights out. Lights out and exit the unit. Now again, these steps, you just want to make sure this exterior door is all the way open. Otherwise this will catch on it. Lift that up. I'm sure you have adjustable legs here. Simply press in on that and that'll bring this up and down. You see this is strut adjust assisted, so it comes up rather easily. Set it inside, close your door. Now before you leave the dump station, and I say that in case you want to go inside and check your tanks, lock and deadbolt this door, lift and turn your handle. At this point, if we are out boondocking, we're going to dump our fresh water tank. It's going to be right back here. Here's your fresh water drain. Otherwise, unhook our power, our water, our cable. Come on over here to our auto leveling system. Turn that on again. And this time, we're going to hit retract. Retract is going to bring up all of our auto leveling system. It's going to rise all those up, and it's going to set back our tongue back where we were before we hit auto level. When that's done, go ahead and hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be right in front of your tires on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. That 10-foot hose comes with your convenience pack. Hook up that hose, come in here, and pull your black tank. Now your black tank is going to be your sewer. When that sewage sounds like it's done, go inside and look at your tank. Make sure that your black tank is empty. When it is, leave this handle open. Grab the hose at the dump station and come up here to this tank flush. Hook up to that, go ahead and let that run for a good 5 minutes, emphasizing with this handle open. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all the washout that you just put in there has drained. Then close your black handle. Next one we're going to pull is gray. Gray is going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks, and your showers. That's going to clean your sewage hose out a little bit for you. And lastly, we're going to pull is our galley. Again, cleaner waters. When that's done, take that sewage hose, store it in a nice sanitary, convenient place. We do have, lastly, to come over here and dump our flow point drain right up there behind your tires. Once that's done, head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Columbus C-Series for many years to come. Happy camping.